What's going on YouTube? It's your boy David Phillips. And today, man, today is the biggest day. I told y'all to 3 or 6 months I was gonna buy my first property, and today we actually doing it, man. We're gonna watch the range, and after that, man, I'm gonna teach y'all how I bought this property. I'm not gonna sugarcoat nothing. I'm gonna get straight to the point. I'm gonna tell y'all how I did it. It took a lot of hard work. And you know, I'm gonna just teach y'all the tricks, man. And we also go to view the property today, because today I'm closing on the property, so I'm going to get the key today. But yeah, I'm gonna just show y'all how it go. A little vlog today, man. So we finna head to the car wash. So now I'm gonna go to the bank and get the check for the property, you know. And after I get the money from the bank, we go to the park and we gonna have a serious conversation. Because I know y'all wondering, how did an 18-year-old buy a property at 18 years old? How did he do this and how did he do that? I'm gonna teach y'all the methods. I'm gonna teach y'all what most people don't teach y'all in school. So yeah, just enjoy. It's gonna be a good video. Just enjoy. I'm gonna teach y'all a lot of stuff. And now we finna head inside the bank. Hey, this is David, man. How you doing? So,
Use $760, and it is an $8 fee.
You want that 5,000?
You say cashier's check? Okay, yeah, it'd be $8 fee for that. Do you want me to pull that out?
oh yeah. Y'all can see, we was at the property, man. One thing I do want to say, the person who sold the house, they did leave their items at the house. Basically, they abandoned the house, but I got the house on a good deal, man. As y'all can see, all of this is mine right here, man. All of this is mine. And we can also work our way to the front. Show y'all around. In a second, I'm gonna get the key to the property, so I'll show y'all the inside. And like I said, the lady, she did leave her stuff, so it is like, she still got beds and TVs and all that. Truly is a blessing. At the age of 18, I can say I own the house. Y'all can see this is all mine. And we is gonna get the yard cut. The things I do have processed in my mind right now, I'm gonna remove all of this. Get a new door and stuff. You know, we gotta cut the grass and stuff. All this stuff. I see a little bit. The lady, she did. Like I said, she just left some of her stuff. But when we get in the inside, this property is good, man. This property, I got this house on a good deal. I'll tell y'all how much I got the house at the end of the video. I got this house on a good deal. All this is gonna get great. I'll say about 2026, this house, we're gonna get the value up to 100,000 or 85,000. It'll be a good deal. As y'all see, the man just pulled us, and now we're gonna show y'all the property the inside.
Hey Sheridan, he's working on that Kennelly North Church file. Okay, it's you then. Yeah, it's on Grant Street. David, all we're really looking at here is, if it is as it was when you first saw it. So that's, just walk through it. look it over, you're satisfied with it, that's, you know, that's what,
Have other people seen the house since we looked at it?
not since it's been under contract,
Okay.
you know.
A lot of car parts. It's some stuff that I can sell here.
You done with these rooms, David?
Yeah, I'm done with that room.
Okay.
As y'all can see, man, the lady left with stuff, so it's a lot of stuff that we have to move out. This is pretty much it. As y'all can see, the loose one. Still look the same.
Still looks the same, okay? Yeah. Looks the same to me, but, you know, I want you to be satisfied, so.
This is the main thing that we're gonna work on. It's the kitchen floor. So the last thing is just the closing.
Yeah, just sign it, yeah.
So after I close, I'll get the key and everything.
Yeah, well, after your dad closes.
After
Yeah,
you sign
and I'll,
that stuff.
yeah, and I'll give him the key.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that'd be fine, no problem.
You said Grant.
Yeah,
Are you also going there?
yeah, I'm just gonna go get you acclimate, you know, get you in the door and, you know, whenever they can get you in. You know, I mean, they're stacked with closings.
Okay.
You know how that goes, you know. They got you scheduled for a certain time that, you know, maybe they hopefully work you in, you know. There's not, I don't think there's a lot to sign anyway. So you wanna head that way now?
I'll follow you.
Okay.
If y'all are ready, we can go ahead and get you in a closing room.
Yeah.
I can see we're finna close on the property. Well, I'm finna sign my name, then my dad gotta sign his name. After this, I'm gonna have a conversation with y'all, teaching y'all how about the property, what to look for, all that type of stuff. What they don't teach you, man. They do not want to see a black man at the age, so at a young age doing this. They think we just good for selling drugs or something.
David, sign right there. Your dad's already signed that, but you sign it.
This is saying that
This is saying there's ever been mold in the property, if any drugs have been ever cooked in the property, if it's in a flood zone, or if there are just initial, leave enough room for him to initial, but just initial all these that I wrote right, you know.
And how that came about. You got your bank fees, which are the broker fee, flood determination, appraisal review, recording future lease, origination, setup fee, closing fee, title exam, title interest and mortgage policy for the bank, fee recording the deed of mortgage, a closing protection letter the bank requires, recording the deed of mortgage that goes to the county, and half the revenue stamps that go to the state. That $1,200 comes over here on page 1. Sales price, the fees on page 2, is that gross amount. That is your total loan amount, so the difference of the two, left out. Any questions on that one? You're up there.
Because you really don't need to get copies, so both are signed. I
Okay.
mean, you know, so.
All right, then Frank, that our office will disperse the funds. All the money goes to our office, so we'll disperse out checks where they need to be sent to. Get everybody paid. All right, then Frank, that when we did the title search, we didn't find any judgments or lawsuits filed against you. No bankruptcy or foreclosure.
So is it on title?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then your phone number right there. And then the deed will transfer from the seller's name into both of your names. And we have this set up as joint tenants with right of survivorship, which basically means the last one alive is the property. Signature and your mailing address for me. Alright, and then the notes. So there's your loan amounts. There's your interest rates. That was it.
Okay. So we'll be back at 4 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
Okay, doke.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All righty, see you at 4.
So as y'all can see, guys, we just got done doing the paperwork, and now we at the park. I'm gonna teach y'all some stuff, man. And some of y'all asked me a couple questions, so now we got 20. I got 20 questions I'm gonna answer about like what made me buy the property, things like that. So the first question is, what made you want to buy a rental property at 18? So when I was 16, I used to play football. I quit football. Some things that happened. Let's just say this: I wasn't really getting in. You know, I'm a real humble guy. I'm not gonna say, oh, I was just the best one on the team or all that. You know, I still have some stuff to work on. But at the end of the day, I wasn't really liking football how I used to like it. So when I was 16, I quit football and I found me a job. I started working at Krispy Kreme, and then I just started hustling. You know, as y'all know, my dad has a car dealership, and my dad also has properties. So when I was real younger, I didn't really like selling cars. I always been into real estate when I was real younger. So I always had the thing of real estate, and my dad did it. And I was like, you know what? I'm about being a property one day. You know, that's what happened. How did you find your first rental property? So I found my first rental property. One I found on Realtor.com. Sometimes you can drive around, you know, you see signs that say for sale, house for sale and all that, but I usually just go online and look for houses and stuff. How much did you pay for it? That's what everybody want to know. So basically, I got the house. I don't want to say the full amount, just know I got it under $50,000. Just put it like that, got under $50,000. Did you buy it cash or finance it? Okay, that's what I like to talk about right here. So my dad, he has about 4 properties. Every property my dad bought, he bought it cash. My dad was like, when I first told him I wanted to buy a property, first he was like, buy it cash. I told my dad, I said, you know what, I don't want to buy it cash. I started doing researches. So most people in real estate, they don't buy their houses cash. They use the bank money. So would you rather have $40,000 and buy a property cash, but that's just one house, or would you rather have $40,000 and use $10,000 each and have three or 4 properties, or maybe 2? 2 is better than 1. So I told my dad, I said, you know what? I'd rather have 40,000, put 5,000 down on this property, or 10,000 down on this property, or 15,000 on this property, and I can have 3 houses instead of just having one. And when I have a tenant, I can just use the tenant to pay my monthly payments to the bank. So that's how I did it. How long did it take you to close this deal? So originally, when I first looked at the property, I looked at it about, I think sometime in November. I made the lady an offer. She said no. And then one day at work, this is probably around January. One day at work, I got a call. The realtor texted. He called me and said, "Hey, are you still interested in this property? I know you made an offer and she rejected, but she really want to sell the property." So it took me. We just closed it on May 6th, so it took me about like 4 or 5 months. How did I learn about real estate? One, I learned from my dad. You know, I got a good dad. He taught me a lot of stuff. I learned real estate from my dad, but I also did my own research because I wanted to take a different path from my dad. So I learned from my dad, but I also learned a lot of things myself. I learned about loans. I learned about DSCR loans. I learned about investment loans. I learned about personal loans. You know, so, and I did a lot of reading. So if you look into things like that, you want to do a lot of research. You know, it's good to hear from somebody, but you never know what that person, what route they went through, and you're probably not gonna like the route they went. So it's good to do your research. You know, whatever best for you. Did any mentor you or guide you? I had a couple mentors. My dad was my biggest mentor, but I talked to somebody that had 135 properties. He taught me a couple things, but my dad was my biggest mentor. How much money did you save before buying the property? This is a good question. So, in my opinion, if you want to go my route, I'll say at least have $10,000 or $15,000 saved up. Now, me personally, I had over that. I had about over. I'm gonna say I just had over 20,000 saved up. So I like to look at it like this. So if you put 10,000 down on the property, or 5,000 down on the property, if you can't get it twice, so if I put 10,000 on one property, and let's say something happened, I need to use 10,000, so that's 20,000. If you can't do it twice, don't do it at all. You know. So that's how I look at it. What kind of property is it? It's a single family. It's a 2-bedroom, 1 bath, as y'all can see. But something slight right now. And a big one, I looked up about having apartment complexes, duplexes, and all that. Is this property already rented out or vacant? I would say vacant. I mean, the lady, she left all her stuff. She just abandoned it, so I say vacant. How much am I charging for rent? All right, so as y'all know, I'm doing Section 8 real estate. I'm doing where the government pays me every month. So basically, Section 8, they go off of bedrooms, and they go off which county you live in. So here in Jonesboro, we experience that county. The government is going to pay me $997 each month. But if I get the property, the value up, the government can potentially pay me, $1,000 or $1,200 a month. It just depends, man. I just gotta follow. The thing about Section 8, you have to follow their rules. You know, the house gotta be in good standing. You know, they're real strict. They want their tenants to live in a good house. So you gotta just, listen to their protocol. 13. Are you managing the property yourself or through a company? I'm managing myself. My first rental property, I'm managing myself. In the long run, hopefully, I have people work for me. I'll tell them, hey, go check this property up or whatever. But right now, I'm managing myself. What's the monthly cash flow or the profit? I do not have an answer for that yet. I'll have to see. Don't have an answer for that yet. Let's just say the profit $600 or something. Let's just say that. 15. Are there repairs or renovations you have to do? Yes. So potentially, I'm looking between five to 10,000. The 10,000, most I'm gonna spend on this house is 10,000. Fix it up, but I'm looking between 5 to 10,000, maybe less. It's a little work that you have to do. 16. What's your long-term plan with the property? So, my plan is to rent it out. But if I don't rent it out, I'm gonna fix it up and flip it. So, my goal right now is to get the property between 80,000, the value up to 80,000 to 85,000, or maybe 100,000. That's the goal right now. But I'm not in a rush. I plan on getting this property fixed in 2022, in 2026 or 2027. How do you plan to get your next one? So basically, guys, the reason I got this property, I started working when I was 16, and as y'all know, I was also flipping cars, buy cars from cheap, sell them for high. So it's just repeat the process. I'm gonna keep on. It's a lot of hard work. You just gotta work, save, manage your money. Just repeat the process. I'll buy cars, sell for low. I also sell AirPods and all type of stuff, cologne. Buy low, sell it for high. Just hustling, man. Just find new ways to make money. Just find new side hustles. Just keep on going. Just repeat the process over and over again. Another question. 18. What advice would you give to other teens who want to start in real estate? Look, man. My advice is anything is possible. As y'all know, my mom passed away not so long ago. When I made my first $10,000 my junior year, I told my mom, I said, Mom, next year I will get a property. I swear. I told my mom, senior year, I will buy me a property. Yeah, I made it happen. So I'll just say, the best advice is don't listen to people that you don't want to take advice from, or that you don't want to be put in, like you don't want to be in their shoes. Like if you want to be a real estate agent, don't take advice from somebody that want to be in an oil field or work all day. Like it's just really who you surround yourself with. That's all I say, man. Anything is possible as long as you put your mind to it. Anything is possible. Keep God in your life and just keep on going. Anything is possible, man. 19. How do you balance this with your other goals, like your dealership, YouTube, and gym? How do I balance it? I mean, I don't know really how to answer that question. I just balance it. Like, I just set time for everything. One thing I like to say, always plan. If you know you go do something or you have something to plan, always plan. Like when I plan stuff, 9 times out of 10, I'll write it down so I won't forget or something. Or just plan. Like I always have a plan, but you just gotta learn. You just gotta learn yourself. Really, you just gotta learn how to balance things. Really. 20th question. What did buying this property teach you about money and responsibility? But listen, guys, money is not everything. I don't care about money. I'm real humble. Responsibility-wise, it made me think like, dang, I got a property at 18. Now I gotta be more responsible. Now I gotta care about myself. Now I gotta move different. Everything just gonna change. Gonna get more knowledge, learn different things. Money is not everything. Money is not everything. It's just you gotta have that purpose, man. So listen, guys, I just want to tell y'all anything is possible. One thing I'll say, just have that one goal in your life that you want to do. Like I said, my mom passed away not so long ago. I told my mom, I said, I'm gonna buy me a property the next year. You know, once I reached my first $10,000, I told my mom, I said, I'm buying me a property next year. My mom said, anything is possible as long as you put your mind to it. I believe you. And I made it happen. You know, I know my mom proud of me. You know, she looking down at me. But man, anything is possible. I remember one of my friends was asking me, that was like, I said, I'm gonna buy a house one day. And the teacher heard us talking. And the teacher said, how's you gonna buy a house at 18? You can't buy a house at 18. I did it. Don't let nobody discourage you. If you got a plan, bro, succeed with that plan. Don't let nobody discourage you, bro. Like, that go with anything, bro. If you selling something and you tell them that's your price, like let's say I want to sell a car for $3,000, and people tell you, the car not worth $3,000, yada yada yada, start arguing. Bro, if you feel like it's worth $3,000, stand on that, bro. Stand on your word. Make them feel like, tell them why you think it's worth $3,000 and all that type of stuff, bro. Don't let nobody discourage you. You can do anything in this world as long as you push your mouth into it, bro. One thing I want to say, I want to thank my dad. My dad helped me a lot. Helped me a lot. I just want to thank the supporters, you know. Thank God, y'all know. Another thing, a lot of people ask me, how did I do it? So look, bro, one thing I like to say, if you can't buy it twice, don't buy it at all. If you can't buy it 2 or 3 times, do not buy it at all. Live between your means. Just because if you got $10,000, don't mean go to a dealership and put $50,000, get a $50,000 car and put $5,000 down. Live between your means, bro. As y'all know, bro, some people used to make fun of me, bro. I used to drive beat up cars to school and stuff. Half the people that made fun of me didn't even have a car. How you gonna make fun of somebody if you don't even have a car? But don't let it get to you, bro. I always knew I had a goal. I always knew I had something. I always knew that I wanted to do something, you know? So, once I quit football, man, that was the most hate I ever seen from people. People calling me dumb. Oh, why did you quit? Why did you do that? Yada, yada. You had colleges looking at you. I knew what I wanted, you know? If you know what you want, achieve it, bro. I never told nobody what I wanted. Now they see. So, it's just like, anything is possible, bro. Don't let the hate get to you. Don't let the comments get to you. Just ignore it. It's just all noise at the end of the day. And one thing, don't chase females. As men, females can damage you. And I'm not trying to start the whole, oh, men can't damage females either. It's vice versa, you know. Actually value your time, you know. If my opinion, if the woman is not bringing value to you, don't waste your time, bro. Don't waste your time at all. But how I did it, bro, I didn't party, I didn't nothing, bro. I just worked because I knew I had to go, you know. And one thing I'll say, knowledge is power. Most people go ask, do you need to go to college for this? No, you do not have to go to college. But one thing I would say, knowledge is power. You know, I work at a factory part-time. Since I've been working there for 1 month. Since I've been working there, every grown man said, I wish I would have went to school so I won't have to be on the floor. Guys, you got to understand, man. Be rich, or let me not say rich, if you're going to be financially free, you're not going to get that by working for somebody. It's that simple. You have to realize, bro, like, I'm going to be at the point, I don't like have to wait on the paycheck, or I don't like have to, just because the manager, she getting paid a dollar more than me, she's talking to me any kind of way. I don't like that, bro. I'm not saying I have a big ego, but bro, you want to feel better than that, bro. You don't want to have to, man, when I first went to my factory job, I witnessed a grown man beg the manager, ask him, can he please go home so he can go see his wife and kids? And the manager said no, bro. I don't want to be in that position, man. I want to be in that position. And I'm not just saying you got to follow my route, but that's just me. If y'all enjoy working for somebody, then do it. But me personally, it's just no, I can't do it, man. I did it. I told my mom I was gonna do it. I told my parents I was gonna do it. And before my mom passed, my mom told me to make sure to take care of my sister. So I plan on putting my sister in this house actually, but I did it, man. I'm real humble. I'm not finna sit here and just flex like, oh, I'm 18. I got a house. I bought a house at 18. Yada yada. There's still more to go. I still got more work to do. Still got a journey. One thing I like to say is, don't celebrate if you still got work to do. No, I still got work to do. I'm not rich yet. I still have to clock in for somebody. I still have to work for somebody. I'm not rich yet, Once I'm rich, then I'll celebrate. Then I might go to the parties or sit on the balconies or go to the beach or whatever. But until then, I still got work to do. I'm not where I want to be yet. But trust me, a couple years, I'm going to be where I want to be. A couple years, instead of me driving a Range Rover, y'all going to see me in a Rolls Royce. We go head back to the property. Show y'all one good last time. And then we go wrap it up, man. So I'm going to see y'all when we at the property. As y'all can see, guys, I told y'all, I do it for this woman right here. I'm going to keep on going, keep on fighting, keep on pushing through. I'm doing it for my mom, man. Y'all can see, all this is mom. I'm going to get it looking right. Probably gonna take this down and stuff. I don't know yet. Anything is possible, man. Anything is possible. So, y'all seen it before, and I told y'all gonna see that after. It's gonna take about 6 months, or maybe a year. But once y'all see the after, I promise, y'all gonna forget it. Y'all gonna think it's a brand new house, I promise. But, if y'all enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe, man. Share this video. I want to show everybody that anything is possible, man. Shout out to my cameraman, Shamar. Get at your boy, man. He do anything. Anything with a camera, just hit him up. But everything's possible, man. Gotta thank God, gotta thank my mom, gotta thank my dad. Man. But it's your boy David Phillips, and I'm out, man.